All right, so you're probably watching this video because you're about to have a baby, or you know someone's about to have a baby, or your partner is about to have a baby. But that's also you having it. Never mind. So I'm here to share with you guys 10 things that you need to know if you're planning on having a baby here in the Netherlands. I am a relatively new mom of twins. I have a boy and a girl, and I have been in this game now for about 9 months. My babies are about to be 10 months in a couple of weeks, and I'm like, where has the time flown to? Okay. So I'm more than qualified to give you this information because I've been there and I've done that. So here we go with 10 things that you must know if you plan on having a baby here in the Netherlands. The first thing that you need to know is that you need to change your health insurance depending on what it currently is. So the first thing that I did when I found out that I was pregnant was to call my health insurance company and to let them know my situation, and then to also suggest a plan that was most beneficial for me. So that would most likely take into consideration if you might give birth in the hospital. Like for me, I knew from the beginning that I was going to give birth in the hospital. Like I'm not one to give birth at home because I just feel like I want to be where all the equipment is, not like when it's an emergency. Now everyone's running up and down trying to think of where to go. I just didn't want that to happen to me. So I just really from the beginning opted to go to hospital. But of course, it's entirely up to you. So just have a chat with them and let them know your situation, what you're thinking about. You don't have all the answers now, but from what you know, just share that with them and they will give you the best advice possible. From 8 weeks, I think that's when you get your scan, your first scan. That was the case for me anyway, where you know whether you're having a singleton or you're having multiple babies. But anyway, from the point you know you're pregnant in this country, the Netherlands, get on the waiting list for childcare. I kid you not. Those lists can take up to a year for it to get to your turn. So immediately you know you're expecting a baby, jump, run to the waiting list, okay? So just sign up for daycare and just let them know you're expecting, let them know your due date and when you're likely to want to commence your childcare services or whatever. Just get on that waiting list. Do not wait. I'm telling you from experience. The third thing is, as soon as you know your due date, you want to get a kraamzorg. I got a kraamzorg as soon as possible, but then I had to move houses, and usually your kraamzorg is around where you live. I moved from where I was living before to a new place, and that was, I would say, like 2 months before my due date. So I started calling, thinking I could just switch, like maybe they could place a call and just transfer me somewhere, but that wasn't possible. So if you're planning on moving houses, do it quickly so that you can get kraamzorg as soon as possible. So kraamzorg is maternity care. So they would come to you and look after you for, as long as your midwife suggests. But for me, I think I had kraamzorg for 9 days because I had twins, and I just had a lot more recovery to go through and a lot more help. I needed a lot more help. I would also advise you to not tell your work before you start to show. That happened to me where they kind of had to know before I wanted them to because I wasn't feeling very well. It didn't come with good results. So you want to keep it on the down low as long as you possibly can. Discuss with HR what the possibilities are in terms of what your maternity leave would look like, and all of that. And then discuss with your superiors and then agree and keep it behind you and just wait till your maternity leave starts. So in my last point, I kind of already covered the fifth one, which is to plan with HR and plan with your superiors what your leave is going to look like. So the sixth one is, I'm just going to share with you what kind of leaves are available. For me, I had the maternity leave and then thereafter the parents' leave. So maternity leave here for someone who's having a singleton is about 4 months. And if you're having twins, it's 5. Well, I don't know if like from triplets or quadruplets, I don't know if it increases. But for me, I had 5 months instead of 4. And thereafter, I had parents' leave. Here in the Netherlands, you get parents' leave, which is like you get 70% compensation instead of 100% compensation. And it's valid for a year, but it lasts for 9 weeks. Yeah, 9 weeks for parents of singletons. Because I had twins, I had double. So I had 18 weeks of parents' leave. So what happened was after my maternity leave was completely done, I had still like a whole month of annual leave left. So I took that. And thereafter, I started with my parents' leave. So the first month of parents' leave, I took it completely off. And then thereafter, I started working 3 days in the week and 2 days off. From next month, I'm back fully. So that's given me like almost a whole year of no full-time work, if you get what I mean. So it's really great, and I love that so much. So you also want to know about Consultati Bureau. If they actually check the growth of your baby after the baby is born. For us, when we arrived home, I think in a matter of 2 days, they came visiting. So the first meeting that you have with the Consultati Bureau is them coming over to your place to check you, not check you physically, but like check in with you about your delivery, how they arrived. They will talk to you about a heel prick. So you do that as well within the first couple of days of them being born, which is where they get some blood samples from the heels of the baby and test to see if there's any diseases that you need to be wary about or anything like that. So they kind of walk you through the process, and they go in once every month till they're about 5 or 6 months. And then after that, it's more spaced out. The seventh thing you want to know is to decide if you want to get your child vaccinated and what vaccinations you want them to receive. Right now, there's a whole rise in people not wanting their kids to get vaccinated. I don't know what the reason is, but I will always be biased to getting your children vaccinated. You don't want to be on the other end of the repercussions of them not being vaccinated, because there's polio, there's tuberculosis, there's a bunch of things that you don't want your child to go through. So I would always be biased towards getting vaccinated, but of course, it's entirely up to you as a parent. If you're resident here in the Netherlands and you're an expecting mom, there are gifting programs that are available at the Kruidvat, Ethos, Prenatal, and a bunch of other shops. Pampers also have this gifting program as well. So they give you a bunch of baby supplies for free, and they deliver it to your house, or you go in store to pick it up. I think for prenatal, you have to go in to pick it up. If you go into the Crowdfart, you can just go and ask them, or you can go on their website. You can go on the website for prenatal to schedule it. And there are also some other agency websites where if you just sign up in one location, and then they kind of share your information to all of these different shops that have these gifting programs. So you don't have to go to each individual one. It's just a Google search away. Yeah, I thought that was really cool because I got a bunch of stuff that I probably wouldn't have even thought about. And also, like when you see the first things for your baby, it makes it so real. It's like, oh my gosh, like the first feeding bottles that I got are from the gift box from Prenatal. It was so cute. The first pacifiers, and it's just like, oh my God, I'm having real humans. It's so crazy. There are places where you can get pre-owned items. If you go to church, in church, there are lots of people who are willing to give away baby clothes that their kids have outgrown. They're happy to give those away to other people. So keep your eyes out for those. There's also Marktplaats, where you can buy secondhand clothes, secondhand buggies, secondhand toys, secondhand, like things that you're comfortable with having for your child that are secondhand. Do it. I'm telling you, because getting brand new clothes for your babies, first of all, will cost an arm and a leg because baby stuff are just entirely expensive. It's crazy. If you can get clothes from people that you know, people that are in your church or within your community, do that because they wear these clothes for 2 seconds and they're too small. The clothes that we only got a handful of things brand new for the babies because for us, having twins and buying brand new everything for them was just not going to be sustainable. Okay, so we started with pre-owned stuff, and the clothes I think that we got from them brand new, they didn't wear those clothes items more than 4 times before they became too small. So you don't want to buy like brand new stuff for your babies because they outgrow them like this. And a little bonus to all of this is to join a bunch of new mom groups. There are lots and lots of new mom groups available on WhatsApp. There are also Facebook groups where people can share same struggles. You can also share your input, share your experience with new moms. There are also gifting opportunities or giveaways, people trying to get rid of stuff that they don't need anymore for their babies that you might find useful. For example, I have joined a twin mom group in The Hague, even though I'm not in The Hague anymore, but that's a really, really great group to be in. I also am in a new moms group. So there's a bunch of people sharing the experiences. And it's just really great to have a community. If you have questions as a mom, which you will have so many of, you have so many questions as a mom, it's so unreal. But to just feel like you can just text it into the group where it's a safe place and you have a bunch of mom with so many years of experience who can just share with you what you need to worry about or what you don't need to worry about. Like it's just great to have a community, you know. So, yeah, those are my tips on having a baby in the Netherlands. If there's something that you absolutely didn't know, let me know in the comment section. And if you have any more questions or anything you would like me to address further, let me know in the comment section as well. And I can make a whole other video or answer your question if it's something really quick in the comment section below. But yeah, guys, that's it. I hope you found this useful. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.